Hello everyone, my name is Vyakhya Namdev and today I am presenting my project called Kera, Context Aware Reminder Assistant. Imagine you set a reminder saying, remind me to buy milk. A traditional reminder app will simply ask at what time. But in reality, we don't always think in terms of exact times, and sometimes we think in terms of context. For example, remind me to buy milk when I am near dairy, or remind me to pay electricity bill before the due date. So currently reminder systems are not intelligent enough to understand these situations, and this problem that inspired me to build Kera. So the situation was that existing reminder application mainly focuses on time-based reminders, and they can remind users at a specific hour, but they cannot understand user context, location, priority or behavior. So as a result, users often receive reminders at the wrong moment or miss important tasks completely. So I wanted to create a reminder system that could think more like a human assistant rather than a simple clock alarm. So my goal was to build an intelligent reminder system that can understand natural language, analyze context, identify priority, track location when required, and then decide the most appropriate time to notify the user. So instead of simply storing reminders, the system should be able to answer questions like what is the user is trying to do, is the reminder important, should it trigger based on the time or location, and moreover, should the reminder be delivered now, delayed, advanced or snoozed. So to achieve this, I have designed the project using multi-agent architecture. So now let me explain how I implemented the solution. So I chose a multi-agent architecture because reminder processing involves multi-independent tasks. So instead of making one large system responsible for everything, what I did, I divided the responsibilities among specialized agents, where each of the agent will be performing their own dedicated task and passes that output to the next agent. So this makes the system modular, scalable and easier to maintain. So currently I have implemented till agent 4 and will be working on further agents as well. So let us understand the workflow of our whole project. So first of all, we have the agent 1, which is the NLP understanding agent. So this agent is responsible for understanding the user input. When a user enters a reminder such as remind me to buy vegetable tomorrow evening, so agent 1 extracts important information such as what is task in this, what is date, time, intent and trigger type. So this agent uses the Google Gemini API for NLP understanding and converts unstructured text into structured data, and without this step the system would not understand what the user is actually asking. We have second agent, which is the context processing agent. So this agent is responsible to perform context processing, and its responsibilities include priority dedication, missing field identification, date and time validation, triggered validation and data normalization as well. For example, I have to pay the electricity bill and I need to set the reminder for it, so it will automatically be classified as the higher priority, whereas watching movie will be automatically classified as the low priority. So if important information is missing, agent 2 will flag it and ask the user to provide the missing details. So this ensures the reminder data remains complete and meaningful. Then we have next, which is the agent 3, location intelligent agent. So this agent is responsible for location aware reminders, and this agent enables the reminders that depend on the physical location. For example, remind me to buy milk when I am near a dairy. So this remembers and stores the user's location in the form of the latitude and longitude, and track the live user location, check proximity to reminder locations, and the front end obtains the location using the browser geolocation API and sends the coordinate to the backend. So the backend continuously checks whether the user has reached the target location, and when the location is satisfied, the reminder becomes eligible for the notification. So this is one of the key feature that differentiates Kera from traditional reminders system. Next, we have agent 4, which is the notification decision agent. So this agent is responsible to decide when the reminder should actually be delivered. Like instead of blindly notifying users that to evaluates the reminder, it evaluates the reminder priority, trigger conditions, context informations, and based on these factors, the agent can perform actions such as notify now, delay reminder, or a reminder should be advanced or snoozed for later. So the default snooze duration time what I have set is 10 minutes. So all the users can also modify it manually on the same time when the reminder get triggers. So this reminder delivery much smarter and more flexible. Now let me briefly explain the technologies I have used in this project. So for backend development, for now I have used the Python and Fast API, which provides the high performance and automatic API documentation and clean API development. For artificial intelligence and NLP part, I have used the Google Gemini API to extract reminder information from the natural language text. And for data validation, I have used the Pydantic and GeoPy API. And I have also used the browser's geolocation API to track the user's real-time location. For date and time processing, I have used the date parser, and for now for the front end development part to test if my backend is properly working or not. So for now I have used the simple HTML, CSS and JavaScript, but going forward I will be making the UI more improved and will be converting it into React.js. Now let me demonstrate the current implementation. As you can see on the screen, this is the full setup of my backend and front end which I have done till now. And in this agent folder section, I have implemented the all four agents for now. So let me execute my backend part first. Okay, so is it this is executed successfully and it is working. So let me jump to the console where which would be the more user interactive to see the more working in a good way. Okay, so you can see on the screen, this is the Kera reminder console, and at the top we have the reminder overview section. So this dashboard displays the total reminders, pending reminders, how many numbers of reminders have been triggered till now, and how much of them has been completed, and what number of reminders are having the highest priority. So this gives the user a quick summary of all the reminder activities. Below that, we have a new reminder section where user can enter the reminders in the natural language. For example, if I enter remind me to call my brother at 5:12 p.m. So when I click on extract reminder, Agent 1 and Agent 2 process the reminders and the extracted information then appears in the extracted details section. As you can see here, it includes the task. Okay, so it has divided that natural language into chunks, which includes the task. What is the intent is to remind the user. And what is the trigger type is either time or location can be. And by default it would be taking the today's date if the date has not been entered explicitly by the user. And at what time, what is the root type to remind the user. And by default it will be taking the priority as medium as well. And next we have the follow up field section. Here if the agent 2 detects the missing information, it will be appear here. For example, if a reminder requires a specific time but the user does not provide one, so the system asks the user to complete the information. So this basically improves the reminder accuracy. Okay, let me confirm it. So it gives me the confirmation that my reminder has been set. And you can see my reminder is looking here in the cards, like and it is now giving the status as pending for now. And the showing my reminding time, what is the time to trigger this reminder and what at what date. You can see here, this is the location tracker. So when the user clicks the enable location, the browser requests the location permission. This is basically for if my trigger type is the location. For example, when I have set the reminder, remind me to buy vegetables when I'm near a vegetable market. So this will be continuously tracking my location, and by converting into the longitude and latitude as I have before discussed in the workflow, and it will be continuously tracking in my location if I have reached there or not. And for that it will ask for me to enable my live location to the agent. So this functionality supports the location based reminder. Okay, so let us wait for 5:12 p.m. to see how my reminder got triggers here. Okay, so now it's 5:12 p.m. and you can see my reminder has been successfully triggered, and it shows me to my task that I have to call my brother, and it reminds me for that, and this is no blocking context was detecting between that reminder. Moreover, it also provides me the snooze time if I have to delay the reminder for some time, for some in case I have doing some other activity on the same time. I can also edit the snooze time from here. I can simply set it as the 12 time after 12 minutes to remind me after 12 minutes, and I can simply edit it from there. And also I can simply cancel it. Okay, so for now, if I have to do the perform, if I have to perform this reminder for till for now, so I can simply mark it done, and you can see here, to call my brother, the status has been completed. It has been triggered and I have completed my task at the same time. So this is how my project is working for now. But the current implementation focuses on agent 1 to 4, and there are several feature enhancements that I have planned to do, like to personalize the reminder scheduling and push the notifications. Will be converting it into the app application, so that it could support the mobile application more easily, and also will be supporting the Google Calendar integration. My all the reminders will be set on the Google Calendar, and I will also try to make it to the voice based reminder creation, as there is a Siri in the iPhones. So it will be the reinforcement learning for the notification optimization. So these additions will make the reminder system even more intelligent and personalized. Thank you.